What's up, guys? This is Bobby Douglas, and this is just the continuation of the Kentucky-South Carolina game, where we're taking a look at Nick Richards. He had a rather short first half, got into some foul trouble with around 10 minutes left, and he was out for the rest of the first half. Second half, he does a lot more damage, and Kentucky ultimately loses this game, but Richards finishes with a productive 15.7 rebounds and 4 blocks. So I'm excited to watch the second half, and hopefully you are too, and let's get right into it. So again, number 4 in blue, he's on the block right now. And again, being guarded by Mike Kotsar, looks like he slipped the ball screen right there. Ooh, that was a nice flash by him into the post. And we'll see him operate on D right here. Again, he's guarding Mike Kotsar, who was also in foul trouble that time at defensive breakdown. So let's see what he does here. And again, so you can see one of the rare times where Kentucky will commit full time to a switch, and that was a miscommunication all the way around. And you could just see that he couldn't really hang on the perimeter a whole lot. Usually he does a little bit better at first, but that time he just got totally turned around. We'll see it right here again. Again, looked like he was just trying to guess, and, that stuff doesn't really have the change of pace that you're really looking for. In terms of a versatile defender, he's much better suited in his own role as a rim protector and just a vertical defender or in and around the just around the basket. So that's something to look at as well. You got one free throw. I'll just let it run. He's going to set another ball screen. Just that time he slipped it. And again, he would be so much better if he could shoot a three-point shot. I don't know if that'll ever come, but you can see right there he got called for another foul, unfortunately. So that's probably his third. But he was open on the pop. And so if he really adds that to his game, I think he could be a very, very solid NBA player in his role. It's like a little cross action between Richards and Higgins. Higgins going to set a ball screen from the weak side and immediately roll. Didn't even set the screen. We got a deflection, and it's going to be still Kentucky ball. We got a foul on South Carolina. So I'll skip a few seconds ahead, and here we go. Looked like that was an option for Quickly, and now he's going to come off and relocate. That time, I don't know who that pass was intended for, but ended up in a basket. And Quickly, an awesome defensive play right there, but he almost got that. He's pumped up too. Video should be coming up on him as soon as well. It might be this game because he played really well. Not a huge fan of using the same game, but when your options are limited, there's not much else you can really do. So Richard just posting up again. Nothing really going on there. And again, so right there, you saw Tyrese Maxey drive to the lane, and Richard was stepping out for that mid-range jumper. And I think, again, it just goes to show you he could really unlock so much of his potential if he just works on that jump shot. And again, it doesn't need to be knocked down, just be a threat from out there, right? And a threat could be defined very loosely. So you could be a 29% three-point shooter for your career, and Richards goes out right here for a little bit. So I'm going to skip ahead around 15 minutes, but a threat can be defined very loosely. So you look at him, and if he can knock down a mid-range jump shot at a reasonable clip, he could be such a better player than what he is right now. And that's why I still think there is a lot of room for improvement with Richards. And he comes in, he's in right now. So he just switched that, and he got back to number 20, and he's guarding him in the post. Yeah. And then I believe Richards is in for the rest of the game, so. And here he is popping out. Oh, great roll from Richards, and he's going to finish with that dunk. Beautiful play, beautiful footwork, just popping out to that free throw line area and then immediately sprinting towards the basket. And again, he's going to be very solid as a rim runner. Just a matter of how much higher can he enhance his skills. We'll see this player again. So again, immediately breaks towards the basket. Good find from Higgins as well. He just finishes with a solid dunk. Awesome play from Richards and from Higgins. Right there, went over the screen, and he's still on his man. And here he is. Let's see how he does in the ball screen. So again, that time wasn't really, it was a slight drop. Handled that okay. Almost got another block. We got a charge that I think quickly drew. So that's a pretty nice play. I don't know why they continue to show Frank Martin. I don't know what the deal is here. There we go. So he's kind of lurking around the baseline, around that dunker area. Unless we got to travel. Yeah. Keon Brooks is going to be the only returning rotation piece from Kentucky's team this year. I think all 7 other guys are going to the draft. That's going to be something. Let's see what he does here. He's in drop, just kind of waiting for Maxey to get back. He ultimately read that well. Sestina makes a box out. But Richard did a nice job there. Again, he will be liable for that mid-range 2-point shot, but again, that doesn't have the value mathematically than a 3-pointer or a dunk has. So I get the picking your poison there, and that's the right poison to pick. See what he does right here. Again, so he missed the open Sestina in the corner, and he got caught for a travel. Showed very limited vision as a passer. That's not something that's going to be in his game long term. And you just saw right there. I mean, he looked like a deer in the headlights right there. He traveled almost the second he got the ball. It looked like he saw him maybe, but just didn't know whether or not to pass it. And yeah, he just got kind of caught up in his own thoughts right there and led to a turnover. And again, he's the guy who does turn the ball over a fair bit amount. I think he averaged only 1.6 turnovers a game. But again, the way he turns it over is a little bit subject to just subject to criticism, I would say. He was out for that one possession right there. So back in here. But I'm not really sure he has that feel for the game that scouts seem to really like. And again, but look at how hard he's running down the floor. Really like that. And again, that's all hustle right there. He was sprinting down that floor. He probably knew he wasn't going to get the ball off of a pass, but he was right there in a great position to get the rebound and the putback, and he ultimately did. Got his team 2 points right there, and he comes back, and he's looking at how fast he's running down the floor. Again, this isn't a freshman or a sophomore Nick Richards. Let's see what he does here. And he came back on the other end and got a shot contest, and then he ran down the other way. So very nice sequence for Nick Richards right there, just in terms of hustle and then ultimately effectiveness as well. We got a media timeout here, so I'll skip this. The mayhem moment. Let's see what this is. Oh. That guy, I think his name is Keyshawn. Don't know his last name. Keyshawn something. And he, just by looking at him, he's like 6'7", he's strong. Looks like an NBA prospect, but then you look at his 3-point shooting, and I think he was in the single digits in terms of percentages this year. Didn't shoot any threes at all, really. So just goes to show you the eye test isn't everything. But again, that guy, he looks like an NBA prospect. I forget his last name. I want to say it's Keyshawn. Gonna look it up while we shoot these free throws because I'm curious. Keyshawn Bryant is his name for South Carolina, number 24. He's on the bench right now. But actually, no, he's on the bench right now. But again, he just athletically, he's had a few putback dunks that are kind of jaw-dropping. If he can get a 3-point shot, I wouldn't be surprised to hear his name called in the 2022 NBA draft. But we still need to get through several other drafts first. So, yeah, there he is, number 24. That's a turnover, yeah, on Higgins, yep. So Richards just camping out in the lane. Good job rotating over and getting a nice contest on that shot. It's going to be an and one, though. But he did a nice job overall contesting that shot, just reading what the offense was doing and just kind of just be in the right position. That could have been another travel. Ooh, good pivot. Oh, wait, no, the other official called the travel. Wow. Richards actually made a really nice cut there. Would have finished with a layup if the play were to continue. And that's what this run. Yeah. So then Richards just, again, in drop coverage, you could tell they're kind of trying to target that a little bit. And here he's on the perimeter. Let's see what he does here. That could have been another travel, but a nice pass from Richards right there. Just kind of get the ball out of his hands. So again, right now he's kind of having to guard on the outside a little bit. And yeah. Got a foul here. And Kentucky's already in a bonus, double bonus. So they're going to be shooting 2 free throws here. Skip ahead. Man, you can see they're running a lot of ball screens involving Richards' man. That time he dove. And so Richards didn't have to defend the pick and roll right there. We got a foul. Jeez. These refs are calling everything. SEC refs, I think they produce some of the most unwatchable basketball in the sport, I would say. Yeah, I would say that's probably the thing. SEC, if you watch some of those mid-tier SEC games, if you watch an Alabama, South Carolina game or like an Arkansas, Ole Miss game, your eyes might bleed. Yeah. This year, though, the SEC will actually be very fun. I will say. Right there, I'm not really sure Richards made the right decision. He ultimately finished with a monster block, but he boxed out another guy's man, or his teammate's man, when his man was right under the basket. At that point, I would just probably, box out my own guy. But he ultimately followed it up with a really nice block. And again, he is pretty quick off the floor, and that contributes to a lot of his success down low. But you can see right there, just not really knowing where the double team's coming from, not really having that feel or presence, and he turns it over, just not getting stripped. And so that feel for the game is really lacking, in my opinion. But just in terms of what he is strong at, I think there is a role for him in the NBA. Got another and one for South Carolina, and we'll skip this free throw. But the SEC next year is going to have Kentucky, obviously. They're going to have Tennessee. They're going to have Arkansas. LSU should be okay. Probably forgetting one major name. Florida is going to be really good. Yeah, there'll be a fun conference to watch this year, at least at the top. So again, Richards in the ball screen right here. Good job hedging and recovering right there. That's probably his best pick and roll coverage of the game, I would say. Outside of that opening possession where he kind of stuck with a smaller player. And again, he just erased that. Like, good Lord. Did you see the verticality he got on that block? Maybe could have been goaltending. I don't really buy it. But still, that verticality and then just the way he can get up off the floor, I think that's really impressive. You saw it right there. And he sent that one back, too. That was just a clean swat. Good job from Hagens right there. Just a nice dribble move. Video will probably be out on him relatively soon as well. Let's see what they do. Nothing really happening in the screening world. And Richards just down low. That's how I think we got another and one. South Carolina just bombarding them. I don't think have they made a three in this half either. Like I don't remember a three. Let's skip ahead here. There we go. So again, you can see Kentucky was up by like 13 in this half, and now it's a 3-point game with under 8 to go. So they're kind of on the collapse right now. Kentucky had some games where they just absolutely fell apart. This one obviously comes to mind, the one at home that they blew to Tennessee. Not even to mention the Evansville game. Oh, that time they might have had him on a back door. And again, luckily he got caught. He drew a foul right there. But you like to see him be a little bit more stronger on the catch. But again, he got drilled, so I'm not really worried about that. But they had some games, obviously. Evansville, home against Tennessee, on the road on South Carolina. There was a lot of just pointing fingers at some points in the year. This was a young team. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. Richards was a junior, but this was his first year playing major minutes. So that's how he missed that free throw. So he's 3 of 5 from the line in this game. But this was, and obviously you have Khalil Whitney who left early or midway through the year. There were a lot of distractions that went on with the Kentucky team. I thought they really did a nice job fighting through all of that though, and being one of the best teams in the country in my mind. I would have had them in the Final Four, assuming they got a nice bracket lie. I thought they were that good of a team, just as a team. Again, the three-headed monster in the backcourt. You obviously have Nick Richards, man in the paint. There's another block. Ooh, did they call goaltending there? I don't think they called goaltending at least, but that was a solid block from Richards. It saved 2 points, even on the foul. So yeah, he's on a smaller guy. South Carolina's in some sort of zone right here. It looks like an aggressive 2-3. And so again, if Richards were capable of hitting that mid-range free throw range jump shot, you could probably put him in the middle of the zone and kind of stretch out and dismember the 2-3. But he doesn't really have that as part of his game right now. And time will tell if he develops it or not. Oh, they might have had him. Richards, did he get that rebound? That was a nice job battling for that rebound, though. I liked his aggressiveness there. Ultimately, just couldn't come up with it. That time in drop coverage. Good job getting back out to Kotsar, who's pretty much a non-shooter from 3, and a good job hanging with the rim right there. That's totally on Sestina. That's not a Richards' fault at all. That he did a nice job forcing him away from the basket and through the baseline. Richards did. That was just a defensive breakdown on the cut by his teammates. So. That time, that's a big time shot from, I think that was Maxey. Richards again. That time, Maxey did a really nice job just staying in front of him. And I think Richards might have erased that shot again. So that's another good block. Good job rotating there. And again, right there, you saw him get a little bit torn up defensively on the closeout. He just couldn't really hang with his man on the switch, and then ultimately led to an and one for South Carolina. Again, there's Keyshawn Bryant, who I might buy stock in the 2020. So yeah, right here we're gonna see again just pretty slow to react on the closeout. Allowed number one, I think, to just get by him, and it led to the and one right there. And so, he obviously, a prospect like Richards, if you're talking about second round guys, they obviously all come with limitations. Richards are just, they're obviously just defensive switchability, I would say, and then outside shooting, something that he severely lacks. So Tyrese Maxey has been hitting major shots in this game. Right there. That's a nice contest from Richards. Just a nice drop. I'm not sure who that is for South Carolina, but he did a nice job shooting over him. So again, South Carolina's kind of in this 2-3. Good screen from Richards right there. Got his man open, an open three. He's gonna hit it. That's Ashton Hagans. He's not known as a shooter. And now the game is officially tied, and now the wheels are starting to turn, fall off for Kentucky a little bit. They already were, but now it's starting to get a little bit more dicey. And obviously they lose this game, so it gets a whole lot worse. Good screen from Richards right there, and he's going to roll, and he has a smaller man on him. Ooh, Hagans could have fit that in there maybe. And again, look at the mismatch, and again, the zone kind of eradicates that. Looks like we got a tripping foul. So Kentucky's going to shoot free throws here. Let's get these. There's Johnny Juzang checking in for, I'm not sure who, but he's obviously a UCLA guy. Just transferred there a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago by now. He's a guy I think will really improve. He'll be very solid at UCLA. I think he already got a waiver, so he'll be eligible. And he'll be a fun player to watch. He's a guy who can shoot it, and I think he's a little bit more. I think he has some slashing potential as well. So he's definitely a name to keep an eye on. Luckily for Richards right there, Kotsar isn't a shooter because he got lost around those screens, but luckily he doesn't really have to guard him out there. Right there, got a little bit body. Could have been a charge if Richards fell down, I think, but. So Richards just kind of lurking in the post. Uh-oh, we're on a fast break. Runway. It's tough. So again, I feel like they should be trying to look for Richards in the crevices of that zone. They haven't really gone his way a lot offensively. It's been a lot of three-point shots and a lot of forced floaters from the guards. Yeah, this South Carolina going to that zone really stifled Kentucky in this game, I'd say. And again, Kentucky wasn't really known as a three-point shooting team. They had quickly. That time Richards did a nice job staying on pace with that guard. Looks like we got a jump ball. It's going to be South Carolina ball. I think we just got a. I don't think we've had the media timeout yet here. So, oh, no, we have. So Richards getting his. So now he's fully on the switch. Let's see what he does here. And again, doesn't really have the foot quickness to stay with that guard and allows an easy layup. Yeah, that's just another example. I mean, I think he could probably hold his own just staying back a few feet and just kind of living with the pull-up three. But, trying to press up on him, I don't really think that's his move. Again, put on an island here. Good job having his hand raised, but again, just his feet get twisted, almost guesses the wrong way, and allows for an easy drive. Got a foul here, so I will skip these free throws. Oh, they were Richards. Richards must have missed the first and he hit the second. Or, yeah, hit the first. Or missed the first, hit the second, so. We saw the make, so. So, yeah, now it looks like Kentucky's in a 2-3. Yeah, they definitely are. And you could see they're running it a little bit more flat than other teams we've seen run to 2-3. They're not really having the bottom wings press up and trap. Right there we saw it. And let's see. So, yeah, Richards. That's a Montgomery missed box out. And we got free throws again here. So again, I wish he would flash right now to the post because Hagen's driving. That's just not really the high percentage play right there. I wish Richards would flash to that would have been the left block, and Hagens would have done a post touch to him. And I think he probably would have gone one-on-one in the post in a very good position, or the double team would have hit him, and maybe he makes a solid pass out of it. So just little things like that. I wish he would do a little bit better. Again, sometimes he does struggle with being assertive. He's shown some aggressiveness in this game, but at other times he could just kind of fade into the background. We got another foul right here. Again, this game is just absolutely a foul fest. Got free throws right here. I think Ashton Hagens might have just fouled out too. And Richards battled for that rebound. Probably should have caught it on the first try, but no harm done. Good screen set by Richards right there for Maxey. Gives him an open lane, and Quickly's going to finish and get the foul. Great play from Quickly. Just great play all around by Kentucky. Good job getting a quick basket right there. And Quickly knocked down the free throw. And Khalil Whitney, there he is. A rare Khalil Whitney appearance. He comes into the game in the final minute. I don't think we've seen him today. Oh, there's Hagens. He's back in. So you see, they're just trying to harass him, and then... Oh, no, Hagens isn't it? My bad. There's Keon Brooks with a big-time rebound. Let's see what Quickly does here. Ooh, he's going to pull up for three. Ooh, that would have been a major shot. Oof. Keon Brooks. Someone make it. Oh, that's tough. We got a foul here for Kentucky, and we're shooting free throws. I think there's a timeout, too. The final 20 seconds of this game. Quickly got a foul there, so he's going to be shooting 2 free throws. We'll skip these. Knocked down both. Key play from Quickly. We got I think we just missed out on a foul, so I'll just let that one be. Let's get these free throws as well. Guy missed both. That's a shame. Here we go. So there's 14 seconds left, counting down, obviously. We got a timeout for Kentucky, so I'll skip this. Richard's not really involved on this play. That's just quickly making a play right there. It's an awesome shot. And here we go. Final 4 seconds. Ah! And Kentucky falls to South Carolina on that shot. That was a decent contest from Richardson, just from other people, but obviously, not much you could really do about that. Just one of those days for Kentucky. Still a fun way to end this game and a fun way to end this video as well. So I'll pause it right here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Nick Richards. I know I did. And, if you did like it, make sure to like the video, actually. And if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. That really helps me out. Almost at 20 subscribers, which is awesome. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow for another breakdown. Thanks.